Panji Maigan Mena Serge Gagnon and Digikas, Kichisibi Atawa and Dujiba, Meitzi Enda, Wawashkish Dodem. My spirit name is Little Wolf. My everyday name is Serge Gagnon. I'm native of the shores of a river we call Kichisibi, that you call the Ottawa River, and from a little town that nobody knows that is also called Ottawa. I'm from the Métis Nation, and my totem is the deer. For First Nation Métis Inuit people, one of the most important thing is to know where you are, because if you know where you are, you know what's around you. A lot of people will do internet research in order to try and get some information or get an idea of what that native component in the educational system should look like. You have to be aware that some of our civilizations are more open than others to use that medium as a way to share the information, and most of them are from the American Midwest. So it is not the same economic reality, geographical reality, environmental reality as what we have. So some of the information you're going to get does not apply here. So you really have to be aware of where they are. So which civilization is providing that information and where does it apply? Because there is not just, we don't have a one size fits all. We have a whole bunch of individual beliefs and a whole bunch of individual ways of doing things. Protocols will follow about the same rule as information, where because there is not one size fits all information, there is also not one size fits all protocol. So in our civilizations, the best way to do things is to ask first. If you demonstrate a willingness to learn, everybody will demonstrate a willingness to educate. So because they are individual protocols, you need to ask first. And that's a great sign of respect to ask, okay, we're going to have an interaction, and what protocol would you like me to follow? Or explain the protocol to me. And that way, you never get in trouble. You may get in trouble if you don't ask. Come in and apply Midwest protocols to here, and they are not the same. One thing we hear more and more often now is Native religion or First Nation religion. There is no such thing as First Nation religion or Native religions. We have a spirituality. It would take us hours to explain to you what our spirituality is. So the basis for our beliefs is very similar, not the same, but very similar. We have a whole bunch of individual religions. So once you acquire the basis and once you have an understanding of the basis, then they become individual religions. We practice ceremonies, we don't practice rituals. And the difference between the two is that rituals vary all the time. Ceremony vary all the time. We celebrate life, and we never celebrate life twice just exactly the same. Whereas if they were rituals, they would be always done the same way, the same fashion, in the same sequence, not with our individual religions that are linked together and to form our spirituality. So what is the same and what is different? I wouldn't say they are the same, but they're very similar. One of the things we'll use or we'll refer to a lot is the four directions. And the four directions are the four cardinal points. So the east, where the sun comes up, the south, where you go on vacation, the west, where the sun sets, and the north. You know, we the North know full well about the snow and the cold and everything else. So we will use those four. The Ojibwe, Algonquin, the Anishinaabe population will refer to them as the medicine wheel. The Haudenosaunee, the Mohawks, will refer to it as the longhouse, but those four elements will be there with their own explanation, and that will be in accordance to the understanding of the world of the person who's explaining it to you. And that will vary depending on who you talk to, and will vary depending on their life experience and what happens there. Another thing that is similar with almost everybody is the 7 grandfather teachings, and that's because they're like the basis of how to be a good person. So they will talk about humility. They will talk about courage. They will talk about honesty. They will talk about being true, the truth, like being true to yourself, being true to others. They will talk about love, and love of, well, we can debate for a long time what love is. So it will talk about love. It will talk about wisdom. And it will talk about approaching things in a wise way. And most importantly, it will talk about respect. And you will hear that word a lot in our civilizations with an S, respect.